to share with you more of her story and help you do exactly that.
This time with you here today. Thank you so much for being with me in this space. My 110% intention is to give you tools that you can walk out of here today to enhance your personal health, to help your business thrive, okay? And so before we do that, I don't know about you, but whenever I am listening to a speaker, I want to know, why is it worth my time? I don't care if we're talking about finance or health or fitness. I want to listen to someone who's done it. If they have and they claim to do what I want, prove it. Okay? Because why would you take advice from someone who couldn't do it themselves? Okay? And so I do want to give a few minutes about who I am so that you understand why we're here, okay? And so, this is our early business. My husband David and I, we're both chiropractors. I have not delivered a chiropractic adjustment in 14 years, but I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But that's what he did for the first 14 years of our career. This is our 500 square foot office. 14 years ago. We rolled into town from Nebraska. Didn't know anybody, didn't have any money, didn't have any credit, no business loan, no marketing, and no patience. And we also had no plan B. Why don't you have a plan B in business?
Make it work.
Why?
Because that's your dream.
Because you freaking believe in it, right? You believe in what you're bringing, right? Yeah, it's your business. I love that. So we had no plan B. Raise your hand if you had no plan B. Raise your hand if your startup acted a little bit like what I just described. Or were you on point? Because I get it. If you were on point, I love it. You were like, nope, I knew exactly what I wanted. I had, right? Were you on point? You were on point. You had a business loan, you had a plan, right? Like, that's huge. And that's amazing. I'm not saying I recommend the startup to be like what you did. I really don't. But I just want to set the stage there because we had no plan B, it meant we believed in what we had. Our product and our service, okay? And so 500 square foot, one person turned into two, and two persons turned into 10, and then there's 50, and they started to listen, and they started to find us. Right, girlfriend? If you build it, they will come. That was our business philosophy. I'm not joking. All right, so then we graduated. That's my husband David, holding our daughter Gwen, who's 13 now. And that was our second office, and it was about 1,500 square feet. And we took over the other side of the, you get where I'm going here? That's how business works. Look at your business. How has yours evolved? Right? Over the years, you need more space, you're serving more people, you're growing. I mean, what a beautiful thing. That's what we hope business to be. And so, moving on. This is us. That's the building we purchased at the end of 2020. We got to the point where we were one of the biggest natural health care clinics in the country. Yes, we're both chiropractors, but our niche specialty at that time was a technique called nutritional response testing. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. But it's all about finding the toxin things in your body that are making us inflamed and sick and not well and not happy and not healthy. At this point in our career, we are honored that we were having people find us from all over the country. They were desperately saying, oh my gosh, I wish you weren't just in Loveland, Colorado, we need you. And so we made a big move this last year. We still have that brick and mortar, but it's not open. You know why? Because we're 100% virtual now. We serve people all across the country, Alaska down to Florida. And the reason is there was such a demand. Our colleagues across the country in both chiropractic and medicine, they were busting down our doors hoping that we could help their patients. And a lot of them are our patients. You in business, you know that every client matters, every client is special, you are honored by every client, right? What happens when it's your colleague? Kind of takes it up a notch, doesn't it? Oh my God, my colleague needs me, right? Like that, the honor there, that's a big deal. And so we are honored to serve our colleagues and their clients who we have the ability to do all across the country now. And so we're very proud of what we built because we legit have nothing. And if that's your business, a little bit of growth every year, right? That's business, a little bit of growth every year. Do some things like this, get into rooms like this. The reason we're in rooms like this is because it helps us connect, and it helps us grow, and it helps us be better. It helps us find the things. It maybe sheds light on, like Jamie was saying, like, let's talk about some of the stuff that's holding us back in business. Okay? So, I just wanted to show you who we are and what we built, and we're so proud of it, and yet we couldn't have done it without community, we couldn't have done it without, like I said, events like this. So, before you are what you are and do what you do, you had your why, right? Why do you do what you do? I get it. We all do what we do in our wheelhouse. I do this is who I am, and this is what I do. Why? What inspired you to do that? So let's talk about this. The lady in those photos, that's me, 20 years ago. The guy, that's my husband, 20 years ago. We were in our early 20s. We are now in our early 40s. And let me tell you about that girl. I speak for her. When I'm asked to speak, it's her I'm speaking for. And it makes me shake. Because she was hopeless. She was in agony. She was in pain. She was not confident. She was not profitable. She was not productive. She couldn't imagine taking care of anyone because she couldn't handle herself. She did not care what she looked like. However, if Pilar could have hooked a sister up with a better wardrobe, where Anna, I needed you. Like, I didn't care. You know what I mean? I didn't care. I did not care how I felt. Or excuse me, I did not care how I looked. I cared how I felt. And I cared what I was missing. I was missing life, let alone the idea of building a business. That wasn't even on the radar at that point. At that point, what did we do? $50,000 on our credit card, trying to find answers, lots of medical tests, lots of drugs, suggested surgery. We don't know what's wrong with you. Let's cut you open and look in there. Really bogus things in my health were suggested. And at this point, I was kind of a dabbler. Do we all know in our business, what does our dabbler client look like? Do they go all in with what you got? Or do they kind of dabble? I don't know, maybe I'll try it, maybe I won't. I was the dabbler client. I knew I needed help, but I wasn't all in. And I wasted years. And I was, again, sick and inflamed and miserable. And my husband, he did play football for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Go Red. Anyone? Yeah. And so he was a big boy for them. He was 310 for them. And he was still big after we got married, but he was trying to lose the weight, but he also had his own health concerns. And here's the thing. I decided to stop being a dabbler. I decided to go all in. When I found the protocol that we do in our clinic, I went all in. And so in these pictures, I know it doesn't look good, but you do see that I lost a lot of weight, right? I lost inflammation. I stopped hurting as badly. I was able to sleep better. I didn't itch from head to toe, most of the time. But then this would happen. And inflammation would go off the rails. I've needed a wheelchair more than once in my life. Look at my frizzy Florida hair. We were at Disney World. and my joints swelled to 2 times their size. The reason I tell you all this, you guys, is I had to figure that out myself so that we could help our community. We would never have had the business we had if I didn't have that health problem. It was my blessing. I thank God every day for that because it taught me what I needed to learn in order to help other people. Okay, so this right here, just in case you want to know, it was parasites, mold, fungal overgrowth, Lyme. It was all sorts of crazy stuff. The stuff that's not detected on medical tests. All my tests were normal in these pictures. Blood work was fine, blood pressure fine, right? So if it's all fine, why do I look and feel like that? Okay, so things are improving. I lost a lot of inflammation, but oh my gosh, I'm still so reactive and still out of control, right? At this point, people who come to us presenting like this, they usually have raging headaches, horrible menstrual cycles, debilitating digestive issues, whatever it is, but this is what it looked like on the outside. So what do you think it looked like on the inside? Not very good. Okay, so when you dive head first into, I know what needs to be done, I'm going to heal, I'm going to detox, I'm going to get better, then it is possible. But when you are a sick person, you have only one goal. Sickness gives me one goal, make myself better, otherwise I'm never going to be able to help anyone else. Okay? And so, there is hope, and the Hawaiian cowboy, he's on mine, ladies, so back off. But this is us now. This is us in our early 40s. This is health, wellness, real food, chiropractic care, detox, nutrition, supplementation. It is possible. And I'm telling you, I make a heck of a lot more money in this condition, not because of how I look, but because of how I feel. I couldn't hardly freaking get out of bed. Couldn't get out of bed, couldn't have a conversation with a client. If you're in business, you know what it's like to run a team. You know what it's like to handle the clients. Do you feel good handling the client concerns and that you don't feel good? It's not possible, right? And so, anyway, that is who we are, what we do, and the reason we feel valid is that we did it ourselves. Like, I want to help people realize that we would never ask anyone to do something that we didn't do ourselves. So, think about that when it comes down to business, okay? I have an analogy for you. A table at every business is a 4-legged table. So roll with me here, okay? In my wheelhouse as a clinic owner, our table legs are practice management, meaning the team, the schedule, the finances, the expansion. It's patient management, so that every patient is cared for and getting great results, and more like their everyday needs, and then the clinical results. Clinical results is, are we delivering the goods? Are people getting better? Are we utilizing are they doing the things that we're recommending and they're getting better? And then there's a mystery leg, so hold on a second. In all of our businesses, it's a little bit different. Let's just be a little more generalized. It doesn't matter what your business is, we all have a table. But we call it something a little different. It's not practice management for you guys maybe, but it's business management. You've got team members, you've got inventory, you've got finances, you've got the schedule, right? Like that's your business management. Client management is no matter what you sell, product or service, you are making sure that that client is well managed and doing well. And again, you're delivering the goods, delivery of your product, right? Okay, so what's the 4th leg? Guess.
You.
Nailed it, Sarah. Doesn't matter what line of work you are in, every table has 4 legs, and one of those legs is you. Okay? Let's talk about the you leg. What kinds of things in life are in the you leg? Sorry. Attitude. That's perfect. Right? Your time?
Self-care.
What kind of self-care?
Self-development.
Yes. But self-care can look different ways, right? What could it be?
Getting a massage.
Okay, physical, getting your massage. Chiropractic, your health care, right? It means heading over to Anna and hitting Pilar so that she can make you look good, right? It's your spa services. It is all of that. And in my neck of the woods with my lack, the reason I do what I do is because I lacked health. I found when I spent more money on health, I got beauty. My health or my beauty concern was a health concern in disguise. That was a health concern. Okay? As I was less inflamed, I had a better physique. As I was less inflamed, my skin was better. Less inflamed, my hair grew thicker. Less inflamed, I wasn't a crazy bitch. I don't know about you, but it's hard to handle your team, and it's hard to handle your client when you're a little off kilter. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. So if I'm mentally unstable, if I'm emotional, if I'm irrational, if I don't have tact, I don't make as much money. Business ladies, right? I mean, am I wrong? We have to have our mental health in check as well. When I was at my worst, the worst was the mental stuff. The anxiety and depression. There were real dark thoughts at certain stages of my life where you just really don't, like, wow, what's the point, right? And so again, as my physical health got better, my mental health improved. So the U leg is huge. You are the most important asset in your business. If you're the business owner, if you are the associate, if you are the affiliate, are you making commission? I don't know about you, but I make better commission when I'm productive. Right? So your health concerns are holding you back. Okay? Money invested, that is an intentional word. Money invested in your health has a big return on investment. I spend thousands of dollars a month on my health. And I spend less on my beauty. However, I'm sure if I rolled up to Facet, they'd all feel like they got a lot on their hands. But I'm not saying you don't do the beauty things, and you don't go get wardrobes that make you feel confident. You do. But it was easier, it was more fun when I handled the beauty concern that was the health concern that was a beauty concern in disguise. The U leg of your table should have its own budget. Does your business have a U budget? Does it? Yeah, but no, but maybe? Yeah, I'm seeing some nods. Yeah, cool, right? I found when I had a higher U budget for my health, what do they say? All the ships rise with the rising tide. The finances went up when I felt better, when I took better care of myself. Mental, physical, spiritual, wardrobe, confidence. Again, sometimes when people look at my U budget, my friends are probably like, I wish you did have a little higher budget on our wardrobe, because I usually look like a troll. I'm in like jeans and t-shirt all the time. And yet, it's like, okay, let's just look at where our values are. And I had a high need for it to be a high budget for health. I had to. I had no choice. We had no business if I didn't take care of my health. So, also, our health problems don't just affect us. Here's my party of four. Through business, if I wasn't careful, I gave everything to the client. And I got home at the end of the day, or at the end of the week, and I had nothing left for myself, or my husband, or my kids. That's not fair, right? That's a reality check right there. We have to keep that in check. If you feel good, it's about your business, but it's about them. Okay, so with that being said, if you have a sheet to write notes on, now would be the time. My goal is this: if I can help you walk out of here with 5 food goals or food tips and 5 lifestyle tips, lifestyle hacks, I want to give you something that you can implement immediately to feel better, have better energy, just more confidence. Okay, we have to talk about wine. We just do. So I'm here to tell you, ladies, I'm sorry, most of it is toxic. I'm not saying you can't have any wine, but I will give you a resource for the best wine. It's called Dry Farm Wines. And the reason is because they test for all the toxins. The toxins that the wine industry is adding. And did you know the wine industry is the only agricultural industry that doesn't have to list their ingredients on their bottle? That's messed up. I want to know what's in there. What are they hiding? Okay, that's why it's so bad for you. Okay, number 2. fat versus carb versus protein. Fat does not make you fat. Sugar makes you fat. Okay, when I was at my heaviest, I was eating minimal calories, but most of them were carbs. Now I eat triple the amount of calories in a day, but it's mostly fat and protein. Okay. Number 3, collagen or bone broth. All right, we gave away a couple bottles of collagen. It is like a beauty elixir. The reason it's an elixir is because the thing that breaks down when our hair, skin, and nails start going bad it's our collagen. I have an extra exciting thing to tell you about here in a little bit. So we have a liquid supplementation that we love, and we also make bone broth all the time, right? So we're doing the healthy thing in our kitchen, but there is supplementation that can help, and that's a beauty hack right there. Okay, fasting. Stop eating so late. When we eat late, we spike our blood sugar and our our insulin, and then you go to bed with that, okay? And so one of the best things you can do is eat before 5 or 6, fast through the rest of your evening, eat a big meat and protein breakfast, okay? Sea salt. Sea salt is not hurting you. We all are shriveling up like prunes because we don't have enough electrolytes or collagen. Okay? And so when you have sea salt, you're using that all over your food, we put it in our water every single day. We're drinking sea salt water. Okay, lifestyle hacks. Filtered water only. Get away from getting your water out of the tap. Okay? No food after 6. I guess I already told you about that. 40 squats after every meal. Ladies, we store our glucose in our liver and our thighs. You eat anything, and your digestion's gonna kick in, your insulin, your blood sugar. What do you gotta do? You just start burning it immediately. Tell your body, I know I just gave it to you, now we're just gonna start burning it. Okay, that's a lifestyle physique hack right there. Blue light. Blue light, as we're looking at our screens every night, before we go to bed, we're stimulating ourselves to wake up when we actually should be winding down. Okay, so blue light blockers are a big deal. Your hormones, the female hormones, are your fountain of youth. Blue light is affecting all of our hormonal processes, aging us. So block that blue light so that you can get great 8 hours of sleep. So I have a resource for you too. Also, do you poop every day?
Yes.
You're not pooping every day? There's stuff going on. Okay, you gotta take out the trash. Yep. Okay, so I take that home, take that to heart. What we feel that we do is we turn burnout into brilliance. Our goal is to help every woman. A woman is our ideal client. We like helping men too. We help them pretty well if they listen to us. But we're pretty good at that, but we love helping women. And when we see women take care of their mental and physical health, we see so many other things shine in their business. Also, what happens in your business when you have a happy client? They leave clues. Success leaves clues, right? We have hundreds of 5-star reviews. Aren't you just honored when what's the best gift someone can leave your business? 5-star review, testimonials, right? I mean, like I said, success leaves clues. Never hesitate to ask a client for that. You deserve that. They love the product they got from you. Just say, hey, it would be such a great gift if you could give me a 5-star review. And this I've really taken to heart over my whole career. The person who earns millions but destroys their health in the process is not really a success. I have never looked at the successful people who I see dragging around in their life and wished that for my family. I would never take that. So if you have high success monetarily or in business numbers, I commend you. I know what it takes. I know what it takes to get that. And yet, if it's taking our health, we gotta ask some questions. So what I want to offer to you all here tonight, if you're interested, if anything we said resonated with you and you have some health concerns that you know are holding you back in your business, we do have an exclusive offer for you just for being here with NOCO Women in Business. But go down to the bonus. These things are all free. You do not need to have a new client appointment with us to get these freebies. The first one is a $99 value. It is a course, an online course called Busy Mom Health Revival. So much information about how you're shopping, how you're cooking, how you're just lifestyle. Then a 34-page inflammation detox packet, that's for free. There's also the links. If you have any interest in the wine I was talking about, if you drink coffee, if you want the blue light blockers, like those things, we curate this list of lifestyle products that we can't live without. We're consumers too, so my household is using these things all the time. And we're happy to tell you what we use and what we love. And if you do get onto that QR code, there is a new collagen coming out, and it's particular to ladies. It's called Skin, Nail, and Hair. And again, it is an elixir for health and beauty. That launches at the end of April. I'm super excited about it, so if you want to know when it launches, we can tell you about that as well. But I want to leave you with this. When a woman works on her health, she gets both health and beauty. And my team over here, Katie, give a wave, my associate practitioner, Katie and Julie. We're just so excited to be here. We're just so honored to be here. When I look around this room, if you're in business, you might be a wife, you might be a mother, you're juggling so many things. You are the master juggler, you are the master tea kettle spinner, you're spinning it all, I get it. Right, Gwen? Moms and business ladies, we've got a lot on our plate, and so I understand what it even took for you to get here on a Sunday morning, and Sarah and Jamie for throwing this on a Sunday morning. Thank you. And like I said, we're just so honored to be here. If you have any questions for us, don't hesitate to come over and talk with us. I hope you were able to take something home that can help you in your health here today right away, that you can implement right away. Thank you guys.